Welcome to our first installment of Let's Talk Toys. My name is Dax, and I'm coming at you here from Brad's Toys in beautiful Las Vegas, Nevada. For our first toys of the show, we're going to be talking about the Transformers Alternators line. The Transformers Alternators line, which is also known as Transformers Binaltech in Japan, was a line that started in late 2003. The toys in this series transform into 1/24 scale models of real automobiles from real manufacturers all around the globe. At one point in 2003, Hasbro stated that the Alternators line would consist of 6 hot contemporary cars. The first 6 models were based on a Subaru Impreza, a Dodge Viper, a Jeep Wrangler, a C5 Chevy Corvette, a Mazda RX-8, and a Ford Mustang. Even before the line was launched, though, new licenses were already being pursued by Hasbro and Takara, with the first new sculpt that was not part of the original 6 being based on a Honda S2000. More and more models and manufacturers joined the line over its run. Nearly all of these models are from either American or Japanese manufacturers, with the only exception being the Jaguar XK, which is originally a European car. Character-wise, Hasbro and Takara initially started out with better-known G1 characters that had originally transformed into cars. Smokescreen started the line, with his extensive paint operations and Tamograph sponsor logos meant to show the level of detail put into the line. Though the line was originally meant to be just Autobots, it was later decided to release Decepticons as part of the line, which took the form of retools of existing Autobot toys. Hence, Sideswipe ended up as Dead End rather than Sunstreaker, and the intended Trailbreaker retool of Hound ultimately became Swindle instead. Over time, the selection was expanded to include characters who had not originally transformed into vehicles, such as Grimlock, Shockwave, or Ravage. The first character differences between the Alternators and Binaltech versions occurred when Hasbro named a toy that was designed to resemble the Omnibot Overdrive, as it was released in Japan, after the mini-vehicle Windcharger instead, presumably due to trademark reasons, which are a constant issue. Interestingly, the first sculpt to start out as a Decepticon rather than an Autobot, Rumble, and the second version of Ravage would ultimately also be the last new sculpts of the line released by Hasbro. In 2005, Walmart decided to drop the line due to poor sales. As a result, Hasbro relaunched the line with a new assortment in late 2005. Featuring completely new packaging, a mix of new sculpts, redecos of older toys, and re-releases of highly sought-after rarities such as Trax or Meister, also known as Jazz, prompting Walmart to pick the line up again. As sales for the second assortment were not particularly stellar either, Hasbro eventually decided to drop the line from mass retail altogether. A Nemesis Prime redeco of the Optimus Prime sculpt was released as a Hasbro Toy Shop exclusive that was originally offered at San Diego Comic-Con in 2006, with poor handling and limited availability resulting in a lot of frustrated fans. With the movie toys, the Universe, Reveal the Shield, and Generations lines filling the gap for realistic vehicles at a smaller scale and more budget-friendly price point, these lines mostly featured unlicensed approximations of vehicles, with some of the movie's main characters having licensed vehicle modes. The Alternators line had lost its novelty and become a footnote in the brand's history, though it still has a cult following to this day. Now we're going to take a closer look at an Alternator. Right here we have Dead End. He's the Dodge Viper mold, and as you can see, doors open. He has a very detailed interior cab. His hood also opens, and there you see his engine block. Now, we're going to go ahead and transform him. The first thing you're going to do is actually remove that engine and just set it aside. You're going to make sure that the front part of the hood is detached from the door, and then you can split the hood and pull each side down. You're going to grab onto the grille and pull it down on both sides, then flip this panel inside and straighten out both feet. You pretty much have the lower part of his body done. Move up to the upper part of his body. Going to move this whole door panel out to the side on both sides. Detach the roof from the windshield. Move the windshield in so you can rotate the bottom torso. You're going to lift the windshield back out and leave it alone. You grab the back part of the vehicle, open him all the way up, all the way around to his backside, straighten out what it's going to become his arms, and then pull him down to the side, rotating the doors at the same time. Make sure the windshield has not fallen down, and move the backs of the seats. Sorry. First you're going to move the steering wheel down, then move the back of the seats down. Grab his head, flip it up, push the windshield in. Take his arms, rotate the wheels to the outside of his shoulders, and then just fold up the roof and collapse his backpack. He is pretty much done. Last thing, take the engine, fold out the barrel of the gun, and go ahead and put it in his hand. And dead end is ready to go. Thanks for joining us for our first episode of Let's Talk Toys. If you have any questions or comments or any suggestions for future episodes, please leave them in the comment section below. I'm Dax from Brad's Toys here in Las Vegas. Thanks for joining us.